She betrayed me with my best friend, and that wasn't even the worst part. I never thought I'd be the kind of guy to tell a story like this. I'm not dramatic. I don't chase attention. I keep things to myself. But some wounds don't heal until they're exposed. This is the story of how the two people I trusted most destroyed me, and how, in the end, I let them destroy themselves. How we met. It started on a rainy Tuesday in New York. I remember because I never go out when it rains. I hate it. But that day, something pulled me out of my apartment. I ended up at this quiet little cafe near 7th Avenue. I was sipping a black coffee, half reading a book I'd already read twice when she walked in. Lena, she wasn't just beautiful. She had presence. Confident, unbothered, glowing in a way I can't really describe. She sat at the table next to mine and noticed I was reading Dostoevsky. Pretty dark stuff for a rainy day, she said, smirking. That's how it started. One line, one conversation, one laugh, then another. And somehow we just clicked. We started dating a few weeks later. She was nothing like me. I'm quiet, analytical, introverted. She was impulsive, spontaneous, full of life. I thought we balanced each other out. She made me try things I'd never do. Dancing in the street, going to art shows, booking last-minute weekend trips. I started smiling more, sleeping better, feeling alive. After 6 months, she moved in. We painted the apartment together, built furniture, argued over which side of the bed was hers. I thought I had everything I'd ever wanted. For the first time in my life, I let my guard down, and that's when everything started falling apart. It wasn't sudden. At first, it was little things. She stopped texting me during the day. She started staying late at work. Graphic design deadlines, she said. She got more protective of her phone, changed her passwords, took calls in the bathroom. When I asked her about it, she'd laugh it off. You're being paranoid, she'd say. I'm just tired. Don't make this a thing. And I believed her. Because when you love someone, you want to believe them. Now, let me tell you about Jake. Jake had been my best friend since college. We went through everything together. Breakups, finals, job searches, hangovers, heartbreaks. He was the guy who had my back. Always. He was the one who introduced me to Lena, by the way. One night, Lena said she had a late client meeting. I felt sick about it. Something didn't sit right. So, I followed her. I didn't want to. I felt disgusting doing it. Like I was the one betraying her. She took an Uber across town to a rooftop bar. I waited in the alley, watched through the glass. And then he showed up. Jake. They hugged. They kissed. Not like friends. Not like anything close to innocent. I froze. For a second, I think my brain just refused to accept what I was seeing. I walked home in silence. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just stared at the wall for hours. The next morning, I acted normal. I made her coffee, asked how her meeting went. She lied. So easily. That's when I knew this wasn't a one-time thing. It wasn't a mistake. It was calculated. So I did something I'm not proud of. I accessed her old iCloud backup. I'm a software engineer. It wasn't hard. What I found made me sick. They'd been sleeping together for over 4 months. The messages weren't just sexual. They were mocking me, calling me clueless, boring, predictable. The worst part? It started as a joke. Jake dared her to flirt with me, said I was too robotic to notice anything. They made a game out of me. My love, my trust, it was all a joke. I didn't eat for 2 days. I stopped going to work. I stared at our apartment walls, the ones we painted together, and wondered if anything had ever been real. I didn't confront them. What would be the point? To yell? To cry? To beg? No. I planned. Jake worked at a startup. I sent his boss everything, screenshots, video from the bar, the texts. He was fired in less than a week. He also had a fiancée. Her name was Anna. I sent everything to her, too. She left him the same day. Lena always talked about how much she cared about her parents' opinion. So I sent them the messages, the photos, the timeline. They were religious, old school, and now disappointed. She called me screaming, cried, begged me to talk. I didn't answer. I packed my things, left the apartment, blocked her number. She never saw me again. I moved to a small coastal town in Oregon. Quiet, foggy, anonymous. I work remotely now. I walk by the water every morning. I cook my own meals. I don't go on dates. It's not that I'm afraid of love. I just don't trust it anymore. A year later, I got a call from an old mutual friend. Jake had been arrested for embezzlement at his new job. Lena? She spiraled. Drugs. Debt. She's living in shelter now, last I heard. And me? I sleep like a baby. People say revenge is empty, that it doesn't fix anything. They're right. It doesn't fix you, but it shows them who they really are, without your silence to protect them. I didn't lose two people. They lost me. I wasn't the fool in this story. I was the test, and they failed. You never really know someone until they think they've gotten away with hurting you. And sometimes, the best revenge is surviving, thriving, and letting them rot in the grave they dug for themselves.